going on, everybody? All right, we're gonna do a little quick video on how to fillet a blackfish. All right, so here we go. I hope the camera angle is sufficient. All right, so I'm righty, and I don't know, I always like to start like this. Okay, so hold them by the gill firmly, and I cut that diagonal slice right along the skull plate, right? And any scales and schmutz that you get along the way. Always a very sharp knife. This is the industry standard used by most mates on party boats and charters, the 1378 Dexter USA. And you should always have a good knife sharpener. I happen to have an Edge of Glory knife sharpener. I don't even know if these things are still in circulation, but they do put a really good edge on. They do take a lot of metal off the blade. A lot of people like sharpening stones and steels, but wow, look how smoothly that blade is just slicing through the tough tautog skin, right? And leaving absolutely nothing on the bone. Now, it's imperative that your knife is extremely sharp when cutting any fish, but especially blackfish, because the skin is tough. And I did a fairly good job there, really left very little. So I cleaned my blade to avoid getting outer schmutz on my fillet, right? And this was fairly well bled. Probably could be a little bit better. Yeah, so now we're gonna skin, right? And always hold the knife blade down at a sort of downward angle, right? Gets everything right off the skin. And there you go. And to avoid schmutz buildup on your meat, scales and whatnot, slime, blackfish are very slimy. The outer skin has a lot of slime, and when they sit in ice for a little while, that slime coagulates. It's not pretty. And I wouldn't imagine it adds delicious flavor, so you don't want that. Now, one thing when you fillet fish, it's really, really good if they are well iced, right? So if you have your fish in really good ice, it really firms up the flesh. And I'm getting the pin bones out now. See, there's some rib cage bone that comes out right here. And you don't want that, right? So another thing you can do to clean up your fillet nice is get this fin meat off. Because there could be little spines in there too, little pin bones in there. Right, there's another little piece right there. So you get that off, and that's it. And I'm gonna put these right in the vac sealer, right? So I have a perfectly beautiful, clean fillet ready for consumption, and I'm gonna vac seal that bad boy up. And once again, do it from this side. And once you have one side of the fish filleted, I always find it kind of tougher to get the second side as clean and nice. But man, this knife has really nice edge on it because it's pretty much going through this tog like butter, which is really what you want. There you are, struggling with those pin bones right there in the rib cage. And I'm doing this in the house, so I'm going about it somewhat gingerly, trying not to make a mess and splatter nastiness all over my kitchen. My wife, my mom, and my mother-in-law would not appreciate that kind of behavior. So I am conscious of that. Maybe you can tell I've been spoken to once or twice before. Okay, so there we go. Skin down, which I believe, helps keep the fillet a little bit more free of scales and caca, fish slime, right? Pin bones out. This one didn't leave as much in the way of yeah, it's pretty good. See, I'm messing up there. Okay. And that's it. No bones there. No bones about it. Nice clean fillet. It's really not bloody as I thought. Nope. Blood's pretty well drained from that one. And that's it. And I'm gonna freeze those bad boys up. Right. There's a fatso. Tog and a bonus sea bass. Right. A lot of people like the blackfish heads for soup. All my my Greek brothers and sisters, they definitely love that. And look, as a bonus, I'll do a quick sea bass for you too. It's the same thing, same routine here. All right. Sea bass are a little more messy. They tend to throw scales around. See what I mean? Those big thick scales. If I cut fish, I like to keep it as schmutz free as possible. All right. Minimize your schmutz, always. Scales, slime, nastiness, bodily fluids, get rid of it. Yeah. Okay. And this here sea bass, it's no jumbo, it's just a keeper. But delicious nevertheless, right? That's some good meat right there. So tasty, so fine. Right. So they have the pin bones too, have to look out for. But they tend to get a lot of that rib cage going there. And you want to get rid of that whole piece. Unless you like bones or you like sucking meat off the bones. And I'm going to put this bad boy right in the vac seal too. Food saver, why not? Everything's going in there today. And that's where we rip the gill out of them to bleed them. And there's my deschmutzing paper towel. I'm gonna have to grab some more paper towels. Why? Because I'm in the house, I told you. I don't want to mess up the kitchen and get yelled at. I have a fillet table outside, but it's dark out. That's alright, I got lights too, but it's cold out. And I was doing a little striper fishing earlier today, caught me a whole mess of schoolies, and I was out there in the cold and the wind and the rain. I don't feel like being in the cold outdoors anymore today. I'm trying to warm my bones. Alright, so that goes in the schmutz bucket. And yeah, we don't like bones. Some people just don't like bones. I'm one of them. And there you have it. And that's one little delectable dinner package right there. That is actually just about enough for my fam for one dinner serving. Just about. All right, so we clean up the sea bass mess, and they're known to be messy. They're very poopy. Squeeze the poop out of them, the slime, the scales. Right. Clean up as best we can. And we got a couple of more togs to do. So, I'm sure I'm not doing this right, but as long as it seals and it works, I'm happy. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing. All right. Close it all tightly together. No air can get at it. Kapow. There you go. There you have it. One sealed meal for the future, and now you put the date on there and label it, tell everybody what it is, and it's nice. And it goes in the freezer for a later date.